Hey guys, I was going through some videos to try to find some more good ones to use for instructional videos on the site, and I just want to show this quick clip, which is an excellent example of how to finish a point in doubles. And I've done a video already on essentialtennis.com about how to not do this, and I want to show this good example of how to finish the point when you have a good opportunity at the net in doubles. And as we play through this point, we're going to see the server hit a serve that jams up the returner. I want you guys to take a look at the net player here, how his body weight is already leaning towards the center of the court, and we see the returner over here has already started making his swing towards the ball to make his return. Of course, most returns are directed cross court, so this is a great lean. A nice job by the net player, the partner of the server, by starting to get himself in a good position to try to put this point away. Now, as we continue forwards, we see that this pays off with a high volley. And this is nice air time here by the net player. And a couple of things that I'd like to comment on. First of all, and this video was submitted to me by John in real life on the forums at essentialtennis.com. And John, by the way, is at the net. He's the person in the purple right here. And John, as you start to see that opponent of yours moving, at this point right here, I'd like to see you starting to back up. And you're in a good spot close to the middle of the court to try to cover that middle if that net player does cross on the other side of you. But at this point right here, as you see your opponent starting to close towards the center of the court, and obviously right here in this position, he's getting ready to attack on something, I'd like to see you get the heck out of there and start to back up. Stay facing towards the net and start to get back towards the baseline as far as you can before this shot is hit by your opponent. And this is going to buy yourself some time. I mean, this shot that he's about to hit is extremely easy. So, I mean, the chances of you getting this shot back in any circumstance is just not very good because it's extremely difficult. But if you could back up, you'd really buy yourself some time here. That's really the only feedback I have for you, is to try to buy yourself some time. Now, as we continue, and in previous videos, this is awesome. We need to make a poster out of this. But as contact is made, this player has several different options. He could try to angle this off the court, which I think would be a good option, but probably pretty tricky since his momentum is going to the right and he'd be trying to hit to the left. He could also try to hit down the middle. John has positioned himself well to cover the middle here. All he'd have to do is put his racket out. And also, if it's not really well hit, that baseline player is going to have a play at it as well. My favorite option here is to go right at John and go right at his feet specifically. And John has very little time to react to this shot. And also, you have a good angle to hit down at his feet, which if John does get it back, would get popped up. So that's my favorite option, my favorite selection here as far as strategy goes and where to try to aim this shot. And that's exactly where he goes. And John, at that point, all you can do is duck. But again, John, I want you to check out, and we'll go back here towards the beginning of the point. I want you to check out where you started this point and look at where you finish. You're at the same depth, and you need to start reading this move by your opponent and backing up to buy yourself some time. And again, I'm not saying you necessarily would have won this point if you did that, but you probably would have had a better shot at it. So let's play this in full motion to show you guys what it looks like. Good cross, good move, and way to put the ball at the opposite net player. That's my favorite place for you to go, and in my opinion, you're going to win that point most often by going there. So excellent job.